What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hamza from Rother Gaming, and today, guys, I'm here with
Tony Minsak.
And what'd you do today, sir?
I won a Niagara regional flight on YCS Niagara Falls.
Yeah. Playing what?
Playing Sots.
All right. Anything you'd like to say before we get into the video?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to the Rother Gaming team, to Abdullah, Hamza, Ryan, Ben, Marcus, Tim, Senna, Matthew, Dalla, and Rafi as well as Nick, because he's a homeboy.
Anyways, let's get straight into the deck profile.
Cool. So for Salamangreat monsters, obviously you have the one Gazelle because it is amazing. After that, you have the three elves, Foxy, Spinny. Then we played 2-Jack Jaguar. The reason why we play 2-Jack Jaguar right now in this deck is because I play Pot of Desires, making sure that we have access to Jack Jaguar because this card is just OP. We recur everything with it. And then we have the other little fours, Falco and Foul. You can do nut things with this. I sometimes pitch Sign Up Mining off of Falco, then summon the Foul, and then normal summon the Foul, and then Falco the Foul, and then special summon the Foul again, and then make a rank 4 off of it, if there's no other play that I can do. Those are for the Salamangreat monsters. For the past extenders, for the Cybreeze deck is 1 Lady Debug, Sea Archiver, and 3 Flame Buffaloes. So this card is just amazing because even if it leaves the field, like not even go to the graveyard, you can get banished, go to the graveyard, go back to your hand, and then you can actually pitch Flame Buffalo. The same Flame Buffalo you activated, you can pitch it off, and that's amazing. You can draw 2 cards. Lady Debug, everyone knows Lady Debug. Sea Archiver is just a little spicy tech. Just a level 3 you can summon out just for the Mirage Salio.
Would you play 2 Sea Archivers?
I wouldn't, just because if you just open, if you open 2 of them, it's just kind of bad in my opinion. You want to see your Salamangreat cards as much as possible.
Okay.
And then for the hand traps, I play 3 Nibiru. This card's just OP. I'll explain later why, because it corresponds really well with a different card that I play. 3 Phantasmic, of course, this is a must because you want your draw power and you want to see your Salamangreat cards, specifically Gazelle, as fast as possible. As well as 3 Ash, because it's just too strong in the meta game right now. It just hits a lot of decks, and it's just overall universally a good card. And those are all the monsters for the deck. Next, the spells, the 1 elves, the 1 circle, the 1 sanctuary, obviously. You need this card to search, and this actually came up using the second effect later on, just to get unaffected for the relink. 2 Will, because we play Appaloosa in the extra deck. The Will is just a great extender. I almost always actually dumped Will off of Gazelle more often than I did Roar Rage, just because it's such a good reoccurring effect, and I just use my monsters to out everything else. After that, for the extenders, 3 Sign Up Mining, obviously. This just search out your Gazelle, and especially if you pitch a Salamangreat monster off of it, you just trigger Gazelle right away, and you can just combo off from there. Now, the reason why we play the Nibiru is because of the 3 enemy controllers. This card is amazing. There were two matches, I believe, that I used that in the main event of YCS Niagara that I just Nibiru'd them, and it had like 9200 attack and whatever defense it was, and I just did that. They passed, I enemy controlled them, and I just tagged the game, and that was just broken, absolutely. Then 3 Call by the Graves. We want our combos to resolve, and if we get any hand trap, Call by the Grave is just the best card for it to go through, and this card was just broken in itself. And like I said before previously, play 2 Pot of Desires. We want to draw as much advantage we want within the Salamangreat deck, either by getting the Will, getting the Roar, the Rage, or an extender like Foul or anything like that. It's just a good card to have and just generate advantage. And of course, we can't leave out the Roar or the Rage. Roar or Rage kind of underperformed for me. I almost never dumped this or never searched it or didn't do anything with it mostly, just because I could have used my monster effects or Will to just generate so much advantage that I never really wanted to see Rage or Roar. Like if I had it in hand, I would use it, but other than that, I really didn't set it off.
Would you play multiple copies since you play Desires now, or no?
I still wouldn't, honestly, just because I play the 2 Will and the other extenders. Just because, like, I don't know, like even if I banish these, it never hurt me saying like, oh, I wish I had Roar, I wish I had Rage. So going on to the extra deck.
40 cards?
42 cards, actually. Extra deck, Borload. Borload is just really good. It gets rid of all the big board monsters that I just can't get over, and it just steals everything. So it really performed well with me with the Thunder Dragon deck as well, just because I steal Colossus and then they just can't out Colossus, or they just can't search anything afterwards, so it really performed well. The big one is Appaloosa. The Appaloosa, the Will Salamangreat with Appaloosa is just amazing because you can almost always bring out a length, like length 3 or 3 negates Appaloosa almost any turn. And in the end game, when it's very simplified and you know whether they only have monster effects, this card is just broken. You just stop them and then you distribute it away for something else afterwards. And then for the link 1s, 3 Balinks, mandatory, everyone knows this, as well as Sunlight Wolf, very standard. 2 Heat Leos, the 1 Hita. Again, the second effect actually came up a lot. A lot of people destroyed the Hita, and then I could search a Gazelle off of it or another extender if I needed a Salamangreat card in my hand, and it just performed really well. After that, Phoenix, I need to get rid of back row removal, as well as having the Sunlight Wolf underneath the Phoenix is just a great combo. Just gets me to draw more. And then we have the 1 Mirage Salio. I play the 1 Mirage Salio. It's a little bit risky. Sometimes I want to see, I want to have 2, but I manage my resources well enough that I just only needed the 1 Mirage Salio, which is great. And then the best rank 4, in my opinion, right now, Abyss Dweller. It just, whenever I make it against a deck that I know I'm playing, it almost made them pass their turn, and then I killed them the next turn, basically. And because I have to respect the back row decks, the 1 Tornado Dragon for the other rank 4. This almost never came up, even against strikers, just because either A, I had the advantage, or B, they just bricked and they just couldn't have anything, so this only ever came up in the event. But I'm still glad I had it in the end. That's 15 cards. And finally for the side deck, I played 2 Pancratops. Just universally, generally a good card. However, I guess it's anecdotal, but I never really needed to have a need for Pancratops in my matches. But again, so I think it's fundamentally just a good card. Lancius, because it hits Orcus and Thunder Dragons, just again generally good card. I actually wanted to see Lancia in one of my games against Dinos, but I never saw it, but it never really hurt me. Again, just a really good card against Orcus. 3 Mind Control, I think this card is just broken. It's just, like, if they have negates and you have Mind Control and you want to combo off afterwards, it's a 1-for-1 and you can just turn off that negate and then it's game after that. Again, back row removal decks, right? Twin Twisters is a must-have for this format, in my opinion, because of strikers. And again, more striker hate. Imperial Order, 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and this just kills him. In my regional fight, my first match, in my second game after I won the first game, he bricked and just could not do anything. And I set Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I bricked as well. I set Anti-Spell Fragrance, I flipped it on his turn, and he passed again, and then I drew the Gazelle and then killed him off from there.
Nice. Anything you would change going to the near future about this deck?
No, actually, I wouldn't really change much, to be honest. I think the list that I played is really solid and just is very good with consistency-wise. And I almost never banish Gazelle or the one-offs with Desires, just because I already had everything that I needed, just because I used my resources well, that I just didn't have to banish anything important, to be honest. Sometimes I banished the Rage or the Roar because I never really dumped at anything, but that didn't really hurt me at all in any of the games.
Cool. Once again, guys, this is Hamza from Method Gaming, signing out. Peace.